Okay, so I'm really excited to do a flip through with you to show you the progress we've made on this album. It is a big adventure. It's a big album. It's a big project to undertake, but we've made a lot of really good progress. There's a lot more pockets filled. I've made a lot of the design choices already that I'm just gonna kind of work off of. I'm not gonna repeat things in the sense that it's going to get kind of boring or monotonous for me, but it gives me a place to start and think, do I want to start this technique or this product, or do I want to build off of that? So you can see right away, I did go ahead and do a little bit on this cover piece here. I had done a little sketch and stuck it in there of using a like printable quote here and a like piece of chipboard, and I'd stuck the sketch, these blue labels and everything just straight into the pocket, and I was sick of looking at that every time I opened it, so I decided to just go ahead and finish up at least that part and preliminary. I ended up using a digital stamp from Leaf Shahin Designs website or shop. I am on the design team. I'll put the link below to this exact one I used. It's from the tourist collection, and it just really like fit the spot I wanted. It had a sentiment that was good for the cover page, and I liked the combination of like the just really plain serif font with her amazing handwriting. And I told you in an earlier video that I think I can use the word adventure on basically every single page and be fine with it. So I put that on, and then I took a round chipboard here just for a little bit different shape and also to bring in some more color. So I put in like a lime green compass. So turning the page, I did go ahead and just put another label on the back here. I don't know yet what I'll do. I might stamp something. I might put date range for this trip, and then I'll probably put like a circular sticker or something over the back of the chipboard. But for now, it's just hanging out there. You can see the first stop was in France, and we talked in the last video about how I pre-did some of my titles. So in this case, I did France is the larger one. I tried to stick with like 5, 6, 7 letter words, fit really well in this font in this half circle. And then I used the smallest peg ones because Montpellier is quite a long word. So otherwise, I've not done this page yet. I still have to pick a card or a pattern from behind, but the title itself is very, very neutral and will match whatever I pick. So when I go to finish this page, it'll be very simple. Just going through here, you can see I started, sticking things in. We've talked about all of these already. Just a matter of going through and doing the journaling and making some last choices. So all of this has pretty much stayed the same. Now when we get to this page, I did move a few things around, and I'm not sure this is exactly how it's going to stay, but it'll work for now. So because I started my France part with a title, I decided to go ahead and do the same one for Prague, Czech Republic. Even though it's on, already on the other side of this divider that says Prague 17. And so that means I had this post note here that said I wanted to put kind of the route, the different airports between the two stops. And I decided to move that down to the bottom of this page, which means I had to move this arc picture up. And so at the time, I quite liked how these two blue balanced, but now that it's all on one side, I'm not so sure. But so that's something that I will address when I get to that. So we've got my title, got a card behind my boarding pass, just lots of stuff starting to get assembled here. You can see some of these 3x4s are put 2 in a pocket, and at the moment they are just stuck in the pockets together. And then as I go, if I find that I have 2 3x4s back to back, I'll fuse the line down. And if it's like this, where it's 2 3x4s on the back of a 4x6, I will just go ahead and use some washi tape to connect them. So this is going to be another really easy page to finish up when I start on it because it's pretty much already full. I just need maybe a little something in here, some little decorative bits. It's probably going to be like a photography or travel themed page. No real stories, just out around the city. This is the page we made in Module 3. I still really love it for my first page. You can see we are however many pages into the album, and this was the first page I made. I feel like that took a lot of pressure off to have to do it exactly right and let me work out some of the techniques that I wanted to use. Let me see. I do back when I staple something on. I usually use a pair of scissors to flatten down the staple a little bit and then back it with washi tape so it doesn't affect the page behind it. And then this is the spread that we made earlier in Module 4 here, just, listed up above. And I'm hoping you can see that as we were flipping through, it just all is blending really well together without having to stress about making things in order or, using all of one designer or one company and mixing and matching as I go. I'm trying to pull things from the kit I made, but also, for instance, I had to go to my blue stickers and pull out this label here because I wanted to balance out the washi tape. So just really giving myself license to play around and use my products, whether it's the products that were in the kit I pulled for this workshop or if it's, something on my shelf. There's still things I already own, already bought. I might as well use them. So I'm definitely not restricting myself in any way. Also, these two 3x4s are now taped together, so they will stay in place. Again, another really easy page to finish up when I get to it. Probably just add a couple, maybe labels or stickers, maybe some, cork or chipboard, just little bits. I only have one filler card, and it's pretty much already full. I mean, it's got a full design on it, so that'll be really simple. Again, another card here that I did my pre-stamped titles on. Very simple, very neutral. I've still got a lot of options for this page, so just playing around with some things. Prague Castle is another title I pre-stamped. You can see here, this is the little label sticker that I was saying earlier in this module when I added it to the photo in the town hall page. I thought to go there and pull that tab because I had already put one on here. And also there, actually, there's one there. So it's a couple days later now, and I'm jumping back in to finish this walkthrough because apparently my phone fell asleep and stopped recording in the middle of it. Didn't even know that was something it could do, but good to know. So this is where we left off last time. You can see lots of options here still to fill in, to play with. I think this one's going to be a really easy one to finish up because it will essentially be a 12 by 24 spread when it's done with the open section, and that's just a size I'm really comfortable working in. Some of the pages are super photo heavy. They may get just, a little light embellishment here and there. They may not. We'll see. I haven't done anything at all to this 3x3 square page yet. I'm really kind of looking forward to it because I think it's going to be fun to play with, but I'm also kind of holding out to see if there's any more ephemera or, 3x3 photos or things that can be cut down to fit in here that don't have anywhere else to go. And then I'll finish up this page towards the end. This one still needs a proper page protector, fused down to the appropriate size. That was another one of my pre-stamped titles, so that'll make it really easy when I go back in there to finish it up. Again, super photo heavy page. This one I didn't pre-stamp the title yet, but I think I probably will do it in the same half circle just because it's like the size of the words, honestly. I think will fit really nicely and stack on there. So one thing I did do when I was going back to find the QR code for the Module 4 page is I found a lot of the pictures that are missing from this section. When I hit this point of editing, I guess, I had kind of two issues. One, this day was a trip to the zoo, and there is a million photos from it. So that one was a little bit of an overwhelm where I actually just have to sit down and edit them, you know, sort them out, edit them, and get them printed. So that's this day. And then this is where kind of the work portion of the trip really started. There's a lot less photos, but there are still some. So I did find these and pull them out. So I just need to edit and print them. And I can kind of start filling in things through this section. So I put a couple more of those half circle geotags in here, just to remind myself that I do have them to work with when I get to this part of the book. I have the Munich, Germany title in here. I don't have any photos. Ken basically just went back to our apartment in Munich and stayed there, I think, overnight, and there's no photos or anything. But I did want to include that as part of the story because, again, it emphasizes the fact I didn't go on this trip. Part of the story was that he went and stayed in our Munich apartment, which is where I was living at the time, and I wasn't even there. So I thought I would just include probably the title and a journaling card for that part. And just some more pieces. So either what I will do as I'm kind of finishing up in the album here is I'll move some of these pieces into empty pockets in the other pages as I start finalizing my journaling and just general storytelling up front. Or I will probably include, you know, one of these pages just to hold some of the memorabilia at the end here that didn't make it into other spots. So that is my Prague 2017 album so far. I think compared to where we started in the last 4 weeks, we've made a ton of progress. And in terms of finishing it up, I feel like a lot of the big decisions have already been made for me. I already made a lot of the big decisions. So I can go ahead and just keep building on what I've already done. And keep working away. I just want to take a quick minute to thank you so much for joining us in the first In My Pocket Collab travel workshop. I hope you've been playing along with the challenges. I've had a really good time with the Choose Your Own Adventure challenges, and the last one will be up this Saturday. And we've kind of extended the challenges a little bit and added to them in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the In My Pocket Facebook group, please come along and join us there. There's a lot of really good collaboration, community support, and ideas flowing in there. So hopefully we see you again at another workshop really soon, and keep working on your albums.